we have a time machine, right? We go back, you're able to have more creative control, more adjusting to that character. What do you think you would do differently?
We just didn't get to some cool stuff that, especially as a heel, like why, the Native American character, like how cool would it be if I should be obsessed with the North American title.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
That would have
Like,
been, that's a
'cause
layup right there.
as far as I'm concerned, that strap's only been held by immigrants. You know what I mean? Like, and that
You
doesn't sit right
cooking
with
over
me. You know
here.
what I mean? So, and then I wanted to go
That's so
into
good.
my first 4 months in the PC. I'm doing heel promos, and I'm talking about resources and helping my people. And I need resources to help them. Stuff like gold. You want to know the awful things you can get away with in pursuit of a resource like gold? What kind of gold do we have in our business? Championship gold. I want that one to keep that one and continue climbing like that. Or if it was main roster, the US title. And then even we had planned some sort of, some moment where, because we started with, Ava's blowing me off. And then we had the really cool moment that I got with Sean, him pressing me against the wall and that. And we had somewhere in there where I was going to, talk my shit and then, reference him. If it was up to that cowboy in the back, something like even pitching that to him, I'm like, why, if I'm doing this heel thing, it's like, why would I not my cowboy boss, like some sort of friction with that. So like there was just, and it was a lot, because also in those little segments, there's a lot of time, like this is the first time any of this stuff is being done, or at least in the modern era. And then there's just a lot of teaching and educating to do at the same time, which you can do it's somewhat in pro wrestling, but it can't just be like a history, you know what I mean? But with no one knowing it, and then with no one knowing it, it's hard if you only give them those little things. It ends up being what it was, it's like you get the gist of the character and things like that. I'd like to think that we would have got to that stuff, but like I said, it just wasn't for me. Before the Bell Podcast, slamming all comers.